Hi guys, welcome to CDC Mentors. My name is Ketan. This video I'm making deliberately because we've been listening that I'm cozy coding, setting up the paper, and people believe that there is a perception that the level of difficulty might go on a tough level as far as VARC is concerned. Okay, so I have made this handout actually. Now this questions all in here that you see, all the RCs, all the parajumbles and paracompletion that you see in here. I have actually taken them from the old CAT paper, predominantly 2006 CAT paper, and a couple of questions from here and there. So this is not the handout wherein we have actually made the RCs. Now the reason that I've taken these reading comprehensions is because I wanted to show you the level of difficulty. If the level of difficulty goes up, how do you tackle it, how do you handle it, and still able to score very well. Now if you go through this handout, okay, couple of changes, you will find that number one, the RCs are actually heavy. So RCs are not that easy to actually knock off because if you look at 17 and 18, the RCs were quite easy. They were directly coming from the newspaper and they were easy to do, right? That's number one. So RCs are heavy. They're like coming from psychology, communism, socialist, and all that kind of topics. And number two, if you look at, I have done some changes in the actual structure. So I am looking at verbal ability again. Let me give you a disclaimer. This is my prediction. I mean, this is just to give you guys an idea that your first session is VARC. If you see anything up and down, anything bizarre, anything disastrous on the D-Day, how you take care of your EQ, how do you take care of your emotional quotient, and how do you kind of take care of your entire paper. That is the reason I have made some drastic changes here. No doubt you have 34 questions. Only attempt that I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to kind of make you guys aware, or trying to give you guys a kind of pre-hand information that if anything goes wrong with VARC on the D-Day, should not freak out, do not lose your patience and tempo. Just take care of your questions and you will be sorted. Now, so what I've done here is in VARC, just to kind of give you a surprise. So we know there are three components: parajumble, odd one out, and then you have para summary or para completion. What I've done in here is I have actually taken para odd one out completely out of the topic. Okay, so I've given you only parajumble and para completion, not even para summary. So यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा 5 parajumbles and 5 para summary, rather para completion. Now what happens when you have 5 para completion? Simple सी बात है, your paper becomes lengthy. You will have to read and read. Do you remember my video on the LOD? The moment you have any question paper, VARC as a section, the moment you have to read a lot, it means the paper is tough. Rather, the level of difficulty of that paper has gone up. Okay, this is one of the important area that you need to understand. So here is a surprise, because I know a lot of people will freak out कि यार verbal ability में तो odd one out था ही नहीं, para completion ही 5 डाल दिया, PJ 5 डाल दिया. See, पहली बात तो ये है कि 34 में से 24 आपके RC है और 10 क्वेश्चन आपके verbal ability के हैं. IIMs ने कहीं नहीं बोला कि मैं 34 क्वेश्चंस पूछूं. हाँ, they have said that they gonna ask 34 क्वेश्चन, पर कॉम्बिनेशन कहीं पे भी बोला नहीं है. चलो मान लो फिर भी बात पकड़ के चलते हैं कि what, we will have 10 questions only in verbal ability. But again, I am Cozy Code or any other IIMs, or I am as a body, they've never agreed saying that 10 questions में से we will do a bifurcation कि parajumble 4 आएगा, 3 odd one out आएगा और 3 para summary completion आएगा. No, they can change if they really want to. Now, if you see that change, the only point that I'm trying to make out here is do not freak out. सिंपल सी बात है. You have something or the other, right? Para completion 5 है, लेंदी आपके लिए है, सबके लिए लेंदी होगा. So don't worry about that. And then you see here, what I've done here is I've given you 5 reading comprehension catering to 24 questions. You have 4 reading comprehensions having 20 questions. I mean 5 each, and there is one RC which has 4 questions. Now this change we know that because 2017 में अगर आप देखोगे 6 into 3, 6 RC 6 questions per RC, 3 RCs, ऐसे 18 थे, and then you had round about 3 questions into 2 RC, rather 3 questions each, you had 3 RCs, तो 6 to 24. and 2008 में क्या हुआ, कॉम्बिनेशन आया 5 और 4 का. तो 2018 में क्या, 2018 में क्या हुआ, कॉम्बिनेशन आया 5 और 4 का. So some RCs had 5 questions and some had 4 questions, and people were literally kind of tense कि यार पैटर्न चेंज हो गया करके, ऐसा क्यों हुआ. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like anything this sort happens, don't worry. You have to accept it, digest it, and you can move ahead. As simple as that. Okay, now let's look at the passage here. I'm kind of going to give you the heads up about the passage. Now this is 2006 wala passage, no doubt about it. Now the moment you look at this passage, you understand that, you know what, okay, the passage looks a little bit tough. See, you guys can go through it. I don't want to kind of make this video a little bit lengthy. Now, understand how this passage is. Look at this. In the context of science, according to the passage, okay, great. According to the passage, dogmatic behavior in this passage, which of the following statement best supports the argument? Right? What does that mean? Okay, this is not a completely fact-based question. What is it? This RC is based on the main idea. Remember, inference नहीं होता. Right? I mean 2006 के पैटर्न में आपको दिखेगा, but again this is what, it's a fact based तो है ही नहीं. So let's understand this. Integration of dogmatic belief, dogmatic behavior. Okay, great. Dogmatic behavior, fair enough. Critical attitude. These are the 4 questions that I see. Now what does that mean? Dogmatic behavior के बारे में यहाँ पे अच्छा खासा बात हुआ है. And then there is something called as critical behavior मेरे ख्याल से. So there is what critical attitude. So what you need to understand is, though this passage is really lengthy and this passage is tough, because 17 and 18 had no passages like that, but again this makes easy because you have one common excuse me, main idea prevailing in this RC. So this RC is good to go ahead. Now understand, I don't have to kind of categorize this RC ki, you know, philosophy hai, mythology hai, psychology hai, biology hai, zoology hai. I am always saying students that never ever categorize your RC. See, because understand this, the moment you categorize the RC, if you have 4 RCs from those categories which you are not aware of, see, you really can't help it. Whether you like it or whether you hate it, you will have to attempt that RC because you want to score, right? तो ये जो RC यहाँ पे जो हमें दिख रहा है, हमको नहीं पता कि इसका actual में you know category क्या है, but we will have to solve this, and that's the reason. Like all the C2C students, if you guys know rules very well, whatever rules that we have done in the class, that will help you to knock this up for sure. Okay, now let's move ahead. Let's look at a couple of more RC. So yes, this RC looks okay. You can hold it. Let's move ahead. So now what do we have? We've got the number 5, question number 5. Again, according to the passage, statement describes difference between science and pseudoscientific. Again, you can leave this question if you want to. Now let's look at the another thing. 15 years of communism was officially pronounced. Oh my god, okay, this is the heavy RC. I know that because I've seen 2006 ka paper. You can actually look at this. This is based on the, I think Nazis wala RC hai ye. Yeah, I said it correctly. So if you look at it in this RC, your questions are going to be really, really tough. I mean, like every question is like either it's Yorker or it's a bouncer. Okay, among all the apprehensions by Mr. Gordon against communism, which one gets admitted? So again, thoda mehnat badega. You will have to read. According to the author, the real reason, ये fact based ये आ सकता है. The author cites example of atrocities, European colonial regime in order to. You will have to read this. Lengthy hai. Why according to the author? One second, why did the author did Nazism closer to the colonialism? Okay, than communism. Again, you will have to read this. You will not get this if you don't read. So again, you will have to read the RC. See, because fact-based questions आपके कम हो रहे हैं, आपके questions बन रहे हैं idea-based, right? तो यहाँ पे actually 2 ideas है. So there are 2 multiple ideas. ये बनेगा tough. Again, inference. This is pure inference. Remember मैंने बोला था वीडियो में, पहले RC में inference आता था, अभी नहीं आता है. So सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता. You cannot take this question, nor you can take this RC. Now, when you understand the toughness level, right? When you understand the toughness level of RC, what we try to do is, we try to understand the toughness level of RC according to what we believe. Never do that. Always compare RC का toughness level with each other. Simple सी बात है. So I will not be taking this RC for sure. Now what do I have later on? Okay, I have got para completion. I will pick them up. What else I have? So I've got this again one more RC, little bit heavy, conceptualized in the passage. You will have to read the original agreement in the original position of the passage. Okay, fact based. Which of the following best illustrate the situation? Read. You cannot get this without reading. Let's move ahead. What do we have? Which situation best represents the justice? Okay, according to the passage, to principles. According to the passage, all these questions are lengthy. You will have to read them. So RC1 doable, RC2 knockoff, RC3 doable. Let's move ahead. What do we have? So here we have wonderful. So this is going to be para completion completes the paragraph. Okay, and para completion. ये आपकी easy marks है. You can spend a lot of time out here and score up. Okay, let's move ahead. What do we have? Language is not cultural. So this is easy RC. If you look at even this RC is easy. So if you look at what's going to happen in a worst scenario, out of your 5 reading comprehension, you will have 3 RCs very bad. You will still have 2 RCs doable, manageable. ऐसा लेवल नहीं जाएगा कि 515 आ रहे कि मतलब कोई बच्चा कर ही नहीं पाएगा. नो, इतना एक्सट्रीम लेवल कभी नहीं जाता. सो यू विल गेट बेयर मिनिमम 2 RC आपके बनेंगे, as simple as that. And then your best friend is going to be verbal ability. So either you can play with para jumble, para completion, para summary, odd one out, whatsoever. Again remember, ये चीज़ें टिट्टा होती है. यहाँ पे अगर आप 100% accuracy शो करते हो, आपके attempt तो बढ़ ही जाते हैं, लेकिन your accuracy being 100%, your percentile moves the ladder up exponentially. So again, any changes that you see in verbal or reading comprehension, don't freak out. Try to manage your paper. Try to do as many things as you can. If you feel that okay, you will have to read RCs, it's a good thing if you have to read RC, because agar RCs are based on main idea, then read that RC very well. If it's tough for you, if it's lengthy for you, it's tough and lengthy for all the bacha log out there. So don't get tense about it. So read it nicely and try to attempt. Again, the only thing is that if something like this happens on the D-Day, what do you have to do? You have to reduce your attempts. And the one thing that you got to be very sure or very careful, guys, if you really want to crack CAT, that's going to be your accuracy. There is no other way out apart from accuracy. And verbal mein to accuracy plays a lot of important role. So let's say I have 2 RCs wherein, you know, I had 10 questions, right? So out of 10 questions, right, I cracked 8 questions. Either udhar se RC se I make 3 questions, and verbal ability round about, let's say 10 questions, right? Still you're able to do 22 questions. I'm not telling you to crack this much. If you're somebody who wants to get into 90 percentile, 17 to 18 questions should be more than enough. This was just a trial, okay? This was just a trial. I will say that this is just an example wherein you can understand how the paper gets a little bit weird and how you can get shocked on the D-Day. Simple सी बात है, RC tough आएंगे, पढ़ो, अपना अटेम्प्ट कम करो, एक्यूरेसी पे फोकस करो, वर्बल एबिलिटी इज गोइंग टू बी योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड, फोकस मोर ऑन इट एंड गेट द मार्क्स. बिकॉज एक आरसी पढ़ने से अच्छा है कि यार एक पैरा जंबल निकल जाए, फाइन. बट अगेन डिपेंड्स तुम्हारी वीकनेस क्या है, तुम्हारा स्ट्रॉन्ग एरिया क्या है. बट द ओनली थिंग दैट दिस वाज जस्ट अ डेमो टू टेल यू what if you see something which is not expected. So maybe expect the unexpected kind of a scenario. So guys, don't worry, anything comes like this, just focus on attempts and accuracy. LOD तो आपको पता ही चलेगा टफ है कि नहीं है. ओके फाइन. ये क्वेश्चंस मैंने लिए थे 2006 के कैट पेपर से. यू कैन हैव अ लुक एट इट, यू कैन रीड देम, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू. Okay, cool guys, so that's it from my side. Hope my videos are helping you, and if you have any question, put the comment on the video. That's it. Thank you so much.